What's going on, ghosties? Welcome to our podcast. We're Tales of Spooky Coffee House. My name's Chelsea.
And my name is Veronica.
And we're your hosts. On today's episode, we're going to start by introducing ourselves so you know who you're listening to. And then we'll jump into what this podcast is all about. Hint, hint, it's spooky shit. So let's kick things off. Veronica, why'd you get into this creepy paranormal stuff?
Honestly, I think it started when I first watched the movie The Blair Witch Project. They claimed it was based on true events, and because that movie scared the shit out of me, I then began to grow more curious in the afterlife. And if the afterlife is real, then these witches are probably real too. So yeah, no thank you. What about you?
I guess it's a good thing that you became best friends with a witch then, huh?
Yeah, you know what? They're not all that scary.
I got into the paranormal stuff because my grandfather, this is going to sound so bad, he let me watch the movie It when I was 5 years old. And ever since then, I've been into horror movies and creepy things, and probably didn't help that I watched the Scream movie. And instantly developed a crush on Billy Loomis, and that probably fucked me up from there on. So serial killers, spooky stuff, all kind, I'm into all of it now.
I love that it was it for you.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm terrified of clowns now. I'm not gonna lie. Think it kind of scarred me a little bit. Like, what year was it when those killer clowns were running around? And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm going to stay in the fucking house all year.
I feel like that was maybe 2014. I don't know. It felt like it was a couple years ago, but a couple years ago was 2020. So
yeah, I would rather face a COVID pandemic all over again than have to deal with killer clowns. I'm not about that life at all.
All right. What a bold statement.
So, Veronica, why do you want to do this podcast?
Well, this podcast is important to me because it gives me a space to talk about creepy shit, which is fun for me. And we get to find other weirdos like us that are into this kind of stuff. What about you? Why is this podcast important to you?
Honestly, I need something for myself. All I do is work, take care of the kids, go to sleep, start all over again. And my husband and I spend time together, but I need something for me, nobody else.
Yeah.
And not that you're nobody, but
thanks for that.
No, talking about all this creepy stuff with somebody that actually is into it, because nobody else that I know is into it. So, and getting to spend more time with you, I need this. And
you are so sweet. Tell me more.
That's it.
Well, our podcast name is called Tales of Spooky Coffee House. So obviously coffee is going to be involved. And so quick question for you. When did your caffeine addiction start?
Probably middle school. I know you don't remember. We had this conversation a while ago. But we used to sneak off our middle school campus to go get coffee in the morning before school started. And it was a bunch of us. And ever since then, coffee has always helped me get through everything. So, but for some reason, you've decided to just completely block all that, all those fun times of sneaking off campus when we weren't supposed to. And
it didn't have you mistaken for someone else.
It happened. You can ask my mother, because she came home one day and she's like, so
no,
how was your trip off campus? And I was what?
No. The last person I'm going to trust here is your mom, because your mom even claims that I bullied you in elementary school, and that is not true.
It was true. You were a big bully.
No.
Yeah, you were. But you know what? Nobody can blame you. When you're growing up with 5 older brothers, you're gonna be a bully because you get bullied at home.
First of all, don't be adding another brother. 4 is enough. Thank you.
5?
You said 5. I was like, no more.
I mean, I've only known you for 20 years, so I know you have 4 brothers.
Why? Why did you do that? Why did you have to mention a specific year? Just say, I've known you for years. Why'd you have to say 20?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is oh no, it was last year. Last year was 20. So this year makes 21. Congratulations.
Yeah, keep making it worse, dude. Keep making it worse. You're adding salt to the wound.
What kind of coffee are you drinking today?
I'm actually drinking Pete's coffee, French roast. It's the bomb, dude. It's the bomb. I added some caramel into my cup. You know how like on TikTok they add the caramel to the side of the cup, and then they do the coffee, and then they do the milk. Ugh, it's so good.
Fucking TikTok is dangerous.
You know what? It's dangerous, but it could also be beneficial. You know what I mean? It does give off some important information. Come on, we pretty much figured out a whole freaking murder, you know? But I do have a question for you, Chelsea, though. What?
Yeah, go.
Oh, so all right. Maybe we shouldn't drink this much coffee together. I do have a question for you. What can fans expect from this podcast?
Mainly, we're going to be talking about haunted locations and serial killers. Mm-hmm. And we're going to end each episode with a tarot reading, but we're also going to have episodes where we tell short stories. I mean, we are called Tales of Spooky Coffee House, so we got to have some stories in there.
Duh.
We're also going to be talking about our experiences and the spooky stuff and supernatural and all of that. But if you want to just kick us off with the first segment, we can just go from there and stop talking, because I feel like the audience is going to be bored of us soon.
How can they be bored of us? Well, I mean, you may be understandable, but me, come on.
And you find it so hard to believe that you were a bully in elementary school?
Oh my God.
I mean, you literally just walked into that one.
I'm throwing in the towel. I'm done. Anyways, back to the podcast. I will be starting us off with the haunted place of the week, which is Island of the Dolls, also known as Isla de las Muñecas. How do you feel about dolls, Chelsea?
Don't even get me started. I can't believe you're going to talk about dolls. Like, I just, no.
Just
Those
wait.
are almost as bad as clowns.
Just wait. So, Isla de las Muñecas is located in Xochimilco, south of the center of Mexico City. And in order to get to the island, you must catch a ride by boat. And you'll be lucky to find someone who will be willing to take you on this hour trip to the island, due to many people, many of the locals being superstitious. Now, what are they superstitious about, you may ask? Well, the legend goes that decades ago, a little girl unfortunately drowned and passed away, as well as there being evil spirits that haunt the island. The island was owned by a man named Julian Santana, who is actually the one who started hanging these mutilated dolls from trees all around the island to keep the spirit of the little girl away, as well as those evil spirits that supposedly haunted the island. Now, I consider that the creepy version because I learned of a less spooky version, which pretty much goes that the owner of the island allegedly witnessed the little girl drown in the lake, and the reason why he hung these dolls was for the little girl, a way to honor her. However, I don't understand why the dolls have to be missing eyeballs and limbs. Like, that's kind of creepy, And I don't know of any little girls who like their dolls like that. So, quick question,
I barely like dolls, and then you want to like take their limbs off and stuff? Hell no.
But like this version, like he's doing it for the girl. Why would you like freaking remove the eyeballs and the arms if like you're gonna scare her away? Like, I don't know. What version do you believe? The scarier version or this one, the one where he's trying to honor her?
Definitely the scary one, because why would you mutilate dolls for a child? Like, that's just weird.
Yeah, I feel like there's more questions to ask with the less spooky version of it. So a couple of facts about the island is that, there is actually a film made on the island, and it's named Maria Calandaria, which was directed by Emilio Fernandez, that was filmed on the island in 1943, which brought much attention to the island as well as tourism. And like I mentioned before, the island, Isla de las Muñecas, was placed in the 1950s by the owner, Julian Santana. Now, in 2001, Julian unfortunately did die of a heart attack, coincidentally around the same area where the little girl drowned. Coincidence or not? I think he saw that little girl and he got scared and he had a heart attack. What if he did something to the girl?
That's possible. Or what if that place is just like super fucking haunted and anybody that goes near that spot dies?
There's also, how like demons like to make themselves into children or whatever.
Oh, dude, don't even go there. I have 2 children. Don't start. Don't start.
All right. Sorry. Now, okay, quick question. Do you like spiders?
Fuck no. What kind of question is that?
Okay. But, okay, what's scarier, spiders or dolls?
Ooh. Depends on how big the spider is.
Well, what if I told you that this island wasn't only covered in mutated dolls, but a shitload of spiders too?
I would tell you that I'm staying far the fuck away from there.
Okay, but what do you think would be scaring you off the island, the spiders or the dolls? For me, it'd be the spiders. Fuck that.
I wouldn't even step anywhere near the island. The dolls probably, because I had a bad experience and I can't do dolls. I would honestly rather be tied up and crawled all over by spiders than have to deal with dolls.
I guess so.
Yeah, no, that's how bad my experience was. I'm good.
Well, I'm gonna post a poll on my Instagram. Actually, I'm gonna post it on our Instagram. I want to see how many people would be down to visit the island if they were given the chance to. So stay tuned for that. Chelsea, do you want to go ahead and start off with our second segment?
Sure. I'm gonna do this backwards though.
Uh-oh.
So, what's your definition of a serial killer?
My definition of a serial killer, someone who just continuously murders someone.
So, do you think being an accomplice to several murders would make you a serial killer?
An accomplice. I don't know if it'll make you the actual serial killer, if they're just the helper. I don't know.
So, the definition of a serial killer, according to the FBI's website, is the unlawful killing of two or more victims by the same offender or offenders in separate events. And that's actually not even technically for a serial killer, but for serial murder. There is no, set definition for a serial killer. So, here's why I ask. Giulia Tofana was born in 1620, Palermo, Italy. Her father died when she was a teenager, and her mother was executed for his death. They claim that she poisoned him. Giulia Tofana grew up to be known as Italy's professional poisoner. She was responsible for over 600 deaths.
Wow.
Let me rephrase that. She was responsible for over 600 male deaths.
Dude, 600.
600. That's what she claimed. So she created a poison disguised as cosmetics to help wives kill their abusive husband. It allegedly contained belladonna, arsenic, and lead, but it was never recorded, so nobody can be sure.
Wow.
That's crazy. The poison was nearly undetectable, and it killed its victims over a couple of days, and it mimicked natural diseases. So nobody actually knew what was going on until 1650, when a woman put a drop in her husband's bowl of soup and had a change of heart. She begged him not to eat it, and he beat her until she confessed and turned her over to the authorities. Where they tortured her into giving them all the information that she had. So, unfortunately, that led to Giulia's arrest, and she confessed to killing over 600 men. She was executed in Rome at the age of 39 in 1659. Her daughter and 3 employees were also executed with her, so were several clients. They believe the total was 40 lower class women who were killed and a shit ton of upper class women who were imprisoned because, status means everything back then. But here's where things get interesting. You know who Mozart is, right?
Yes, of course.
So there's a Mozart theory with Giulia Tofana.
Okay.
And it's theorized that her concoction played a role in the death of Mozart a century later.
Wait, what?
Yeah. His last word, and here's where the theory comes from. His last words, or some of his last words in the days that he was dying, I feel definitely that I will not last much longer. I am sure that I have been poisoned. I cannot rid myself of this idea. Someone has given me aquana tofana and calculated the precise time of my death.
So this bitch killed Mozart 100 years later, you said, right?
Yeah. Or somebody copied it. But here's my question for you. Because of that theory, do you think it's possible that somewhere her concoction is still hidden, just waiting for somebody to find it?
Like a treasure? A treasure of death?
A treasure? I mean, yeah.
That's definitely possible. But what if What if someone's still making it? There's no way like someone could have like avoided getting caught and arrested and continued making it.
I mean, that's possible. And like today's society, though, nobody could get away with that because of all of the medical advances and screenings and all of that. But back then, to make someone's death look natural, that's some scary shit.
To make 600 deaths look natural, that's just so wild.
But here's the thing. So I did mention that she helped kill abusive men, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a very important question for you.
Oh, God, okay.
I want you to think about the time period, okay?
Okay.
Shit was rough in the 1600s for women, right? They had no rights. We couldn't do anything. Like, we were our husband's property 400 years ago. Would you have aided Giulia, or would you have gone to her for help?
I mean, if I had thought I could get away with it, I probably would have bought some of that product, and just know that I killed my man rather than helping her kill multiple men or just multiple people, you know? Like I get the circumstances, but murder is still murder. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of the tough area, you know? But I think I'd rather just buy her product than help her.
I feel like you're avoiding the question so your future husband doesn't be like, oh, hell no, this bitch is gonna kill me.
Yes, moving on.
Okay, I have one more question for you.
Okay.
So I mentioned that Giulia's mother was executed for her father's death, that they claim that she poisoned him. Mm-hmm. Do you think Giulia learned her trade from her mother?
I think that's very possible. Maybe the mom wanted to be protective of Giulia. Did Giulia ever have children? Yeah, right?
Yeah. No? Yeah, her daughter was executed with her.
Did her daughter ever have any involvement?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's why they executed her.
Oh.
I mean, you know what? I can't say that. I can't say that because they used to execute people for all kinds of reasons. So,
man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the mom taught her how to make the poison.
And then her mother's death just taught Giulia how to get away with it.
Dude, this should be a movie. Why is this not a movie? I want to watch it so bad.
I'm pretty sure it probably is. I know there's a book based on it.
Yeah, I want to watch a movie. I don't want to read. Well, I guess, you know, books do go more into detail than movies do.
We'll have to look it up. Well, if we find anything, we'll just put it on social media for our listeners in case they're interested too.
Wait. Okay, so you asked me the question. What about you, bitch? What would you do? Would you aid her? Would you buy her product? You're the one avoiding this question, okay?
Damn, you got so aggressive. Yeah, there's no doubt. I would have helped her.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I am a feminist through and through. Like, well, I don't know. Because back then, who would have said, like, I wouldn't have been raised to be a submissive wife who does everything her husband tells her? Well, no, because my temper is, like, really crazy. So, yeah, I probably would have hated her. I would have killed my husband.
You would have probably been doing both.
You're right. Only if he was abusive, though. I wouldn't have killed somebody I actually loved. Like, I could never kill my husband right now.
No. John, if you're listening to this,
he's not.
Run, dude.
Funny story. His mom did give him the chance to run on our wedding day.
Oh, that's so romantic that he didn't.
Yeah, I know. He regrets that now.
You know what? You make the choice, you deal with the consequence, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been your best friend for 20 years. I'm still living with the consequences.
Stop. Enough. No more.
I had to. I mean,
it's too long. I already trip out on being friends with like my coworkers for 6 years. Oh, but 20? Oh, no, thank you.
I know.
Can we please move on from this? I cannot do this.
Okay. Well, we're almost to the end, so let's just get our tarot reading done and stop talking about how we would or would not have been murderers.
Oh, I could talk about that all day. I just don't want to mention how long we've been friends for.
Priorities.
I could talk about murder all day, but
priorities.
Right.
So today's card from our spirit guides, our message from our spirit guides, is the Ace of Pentacles, and it's upright. So let's see. The time is coming for you to manifest your goals, achieve your dreams, and realize your potential. Oh my God, I need to hear that. Financial new beginnings, career or business opportunities, investment, savings, prosperity, and manifestation are coming your way. I literally needed to hear that.
I think I'm gonna cry. I think we both needed to hear that.
Like, yes, like I need my books published this year. I need a new job. We need to start a savings account. Like, yes, let's just keep on with that.
I'm so excited to buy your book one day. Like, oh, imagine, Chelsea, I bought your book.
I know, you'll be able to say that in a couple months.
And then not read it ever. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Of course I'm gonna read it. Of course.
I could see you doing that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I will read it. Come on now.
You better. I didn't just work for like the last 2 years to get the book published.
No, I mean I said I'm gonna buy it. That's still supporting you, my guy.
You're right. As long as you promote it, share it on your social media, like I'll still love you.
Thank you. Speaking of promoting and sharing our social media, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to our social media. You can find us on pretty much everything under Tales of Spooky Coffee House. Check us out on our Instagram. I'll be posting a poll like I mentioned earlier, and in our bio we do have a link tree, so all of our social medias are connected there, very easy to find. And yeah, oh my god, it's the end of our first episode. What?
Oh my god, it's so exciting. It only took us like 10 tries to record this thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is our first go.
Our first successful go.
Anyways, you're fired.
You can't fire me.
Bet. Guys, tune in. Next week we'll have a new co-host replacing Chelsea. We'll find out who it's going to be.
Your bully is showing again.
Thank you, ghosties, for joining us this week. Make sure to give our social medias a follow, where we will be answering questions and doing polls. If you want a tarot card reading from us, please feel free to tweet us or DM us your questions, and we will choose one lucky person a week. We are your hosts, Veronica
and Chelsea.
Have a spooky weekend. Talk to you guys next week.
Bye.